out of there. This is a little flyer. Larry Lewis. Thunderbirds in the white jerseys, trailing by 6 behind the Texas Outlaws. Those of you folks out along the line, if you're new to the game or the game is new to you, if I have any questions about the players of the game or the roller skating action here, drop us a line in care of your local station, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Your questions will be sent along to us. There's a beautiful reverse attack by both the defensemen of the Thunderbirds, and they strung it. And little Larry Lewis gets in for 4. 4 for the Thunderbirds, which tightens up the score. 46. The Outlaws 44. The Thunderbirds. The big Jim Trotter goes back to the little man, threatening him. Threatens to rough him up, and big Roger Schroeder gets in there to protect his teammate. All right, skate, everybody. Sid Harness, chief referee of the Western Division, and his associate tonight, Johnny Rodriguez. The whistle is blown for the jam. Sanchez. And they get the little man, Johnny Velez, out of there. And here comes Greg Robertson, number 8, out of there. With him goes Art Solis for the pickoff. That's a secondary, and it will come a cropper. They'll go back to the pack as number 50. Moving up into position, Johnny Velez up to Danny Riley. Riley's not very gentle with the black jersey of Johnny Velez. So Sanchez, the Tiger, goes back to assisting. Number 15 is the jammer. Wow, a knee lift into the middle takes Riley out for 1. Up to Schroeder. Schroeder, he takes a knee in the middle for 2. And here comes Bobby Corbin. He got 4. And Bobby Corbin just went for the ride. Look out. Going after young Greg Robertson, the rookie. Danny Riley comes in to protect his rookie. And draws a censure from referee Rodriguez. A $10 fine on Big Lou Sanchez of the Texas Outlaws. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second period of the second half. And now the Outlaws picks up their 4. That gives them 50-44 for the Thunderbirds. They've been trying to rack up the Thunderbirds. Way over there, that Jim Trotter. Racking up young Larry Lewis. And he draws a 2-minute penalty. In the box, he says. Jim Trotter goes to the penalty box. He'll sit in the sin bin for 2 minutes for that knee dropping on Larry Lewis. The whistle goes for the jam, and breaking on top, Greg Roberts, number 8 for the Thunderbirds. Fine young athlete, this kid. Good, serious fella. He takes his work, not himself, seriously, and he's a very pleasant young man. Greg Robertson. And the Tiger, teeth and all, lay back to defend. Unlike any of his teammates, number 13, Lou Sanchez, the Tiger, wears tiger stripe sock. His teammates are black and white. His are yellow and white. The stripes of the Tiger, he says. He slows up young Greg Robertson. He's got 75 seconds in which to attempt to score. Here comes Riley on a reverse block. And they go in on a nice dodge by Sanchez. They take their own jammer out for no score. The score remains 50-44. But they get after Sanchez. Meanwhile, Trotter came out of the penalty box and took care of racking up Greg Robertson. Boy, this is a rough game tonight. A $10 fine on Rick West for razzing the referee. Ho, ho, ho. He just stands there with egg on his face. The pack is ordered to form and pick up Robertson and Sanchez. Sanchez complaining. Sanchez up in front, trying to lock it in so young Corbin can't get out. Schroeder guarding the front of the pack for the Thunderbirds. Corbin up in front but can't get loose. And here, so Schroeder has to go. The big defense man goes out with little Johnny Velez. And he takes him out, wraps him. He stays, he doesn't want to jam. He's going to stay right there and get out a speed skater. He opens it up for Greg Robertson. Robertson, 6'2", 158 pounds. Good young athlete. His first year as a professional, in fact his second year, he was in the farm club last year. He was hit hard by Sanchez. One time Sanchez coached this team. Look out now, illegal use of hands. The referee Harness calling him, keep his hands off. The knee to the leg. That's the way the Charlie horses are starting. Corbin got in for one. Corbin has got one. Corbin is in for three, I believe. Corbin got three. Look out. Meanwhile, young Robertson was racked up on the far left-hand side, up at the top of the track. Robertson was racked off the rail by Sanchez. Trainers immediately go over there to find out about the young fella. A timeout called with 4 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock. The score 50 for the Outlaws, 47 for the Thunderbirds. Don't go away. Back to the action again. Clock goes back into action. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We're in the second skating period of the second half. Texas Outlaws and the Thunderbirds. There's a whip, and Eddie Payne whipped too hard, couldn't make it. He's got to get some racing room. He is locked in. Another whip sends him up along the outside. He breaks through, gets out of there. It was a tough go, but he made it. Eddie Payne. Whip was too much for him the first time out, but he got back. Now the Thunderbirds are employing their forward wall again, their primary defense at the front of the pack until their jammer comes up. Then the idea is to move back to assist. Well, they better get back there because here are a couple of defensemen that don't listen. Sanchez, number 13, and the coach of the Outlaws, Jim Trotter. Here comes the reverse. They didn't make it. Schroeder going in there trying to break up the defenses. The 3-second recovery rule is on. The jammer's up within 3 seconds. Schroeder's getting himself into trouble here. The defenses are working good. Eddie Payne still on his feet. How many times can he take off the track? No score. That ends the jam. And the defensemen go after Schroeder. The rack-up process. That's what they call racking them up. Well, they rack them up that way. A big man like Jim Trotter went a belly flopper in on him. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Nobody's called timeout. Schroeder, the big defense man, they can ill afford to lose him right now. That'll mean extra work for the coach, Danny Riley. And they're already short the services of little Richard Brown, who was racked up completely in the first half. Schroeder's down again from Sanchez. Everybody skate. Schroeder's still down. And the fans are out. Riley takes the law into his own hands with Sanchez. The referees get in there. Now they're 2-on-1. That's Trotter and Riley, the two coaches, and the two referees. They'll probably both finish up in the penitentiary. Riley got one in there. They both threw at the same time. 2 minutes in the penalty box for each of them. 2 minutes in the box for the coaches. With a minute and 55 seconds remaining. That means to the end of this period, no doubt. Well, here we go. Both teams with 4 men now during the penalty period. 3 points separate these teams. 50 for the Outlaws, 47 for the T-Birds. The Thunderbirds have got to get a man out of there. Eddie Payne takes the law into his hands, and he sends out Larry Lewis. Boy, this kid is fleet-footed. Trotter had an idea to go up on the track and spook the kid, but he changed his mind as the referee shouted at him. Sanchez back to defend. Eddie Payne trying to get back to assist. Oh, this is cat and mouse now. The little man, Larry Lewis. Here they start the hand car. There you go. That's 2. That's 3. And he's nailed by Velez. Illegal use of hands. 3 T-Bird points that ties it up with 30 seconds remaining. Up 51. They gave him 4 points, 1 for the foul, and there was a foul. 51 to 50 with 18 seconds remaining in the second period, second half. The girls are alerted to stand by for the changeover into the third skating period, which would be the 7th skating period in the game. Got to get a black jersey up in the second spot before a jam is allowed. We got trouble going on in the secondary. Sanchez abusing Eddie Payne. Now Trotter. And now Riley. Every time these two teams get together, there they go. Boy, they're not pulling anything. They're throwing them in there. Trotter hitting just a little harder, I would think. Get off the track. Sanchez went a flying leap and took out Eddie Payne. The clock has run out here, and the girls are ordered up into the third skating period. No timeout has been called here. But Eddie Payne was going through the rack-up period. Now, the Outlaws call timeout. Timeout is called with the score 51 for the Thunderbirds, 50 for the Outlaws. Don't go away. To the action here again, and there's always action here when these two teams tie in. The Outlaws move up into action. Number 11 is Flip Phillips. Number 12, Baby Rocco. Number 14, Sandy Young. Number 15, Gene Welch. And number 17, Shirley Hartman. The Thunderbirds are number 1, Sally Ann Vega. Number 5 is Sawinski. Number 4, Hernandez. Number 7 is Diane DeSoto, one of their new rookies. And Terry Lynch, number 6. But they've got to go with 4 girls now because they got to